There is a decent setup here, with a focus on time, and Miss Keene giving a detailed explanation of it, and how travel at the speed of light may affect and slow down time in some way. It goes over the girls' heads, as let's be honest, it would do, for almost anyone, let alone kids. Despite this, the girls are all excited, looking forward to a holiday in the Bahamas, so decide to have a race home from school. It turns out their super speed propels them 50 years into the future. They don't even notice at first. They return home to find the professor old and confused. He seems to think they are just a part of his imagination. Pretty creeped out by that experience. The girls then go back outside to find the whole of Townsville in ruins. They proceed to find familiar faces like Miss Bellum and Miss Keene in total states of despair. Eventually him shows up to explain what's happened. He has basically taken over in the girls' absence, causing everything to go to hell, pretty much literally, and forcing everyone to live in misery. He also uses his usual tactic of manipulation, showing the girls how everyone now blames them for what happened, because they abandoned them.
You did this.
No! All I did was take over. It was easy.
Why'd you leave us, Powerpuff Girls? Why? You weren't here to protect us. You weren't here. It's your fault. Your fault. Your fault.
It's a very dark direction to take things, and definitely makes this episode stand out as memorable. Eventually the girls are able to get back to the original timeline by going super fast again, and are mightily relieved, promising to never again abandon the town. In addition to the story, the animation here was great. The scene when the girls are travelling through time was visually appealing, but the main thing I liked was the stark contrast between the destroyed future with the red hellscape and the vibrant, colourful present. It's very striking, the difference, and helps sell just how bad things got. Before I go, I do want to say this episode reminded me a bit of an episode of The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, the Time Slime episode. I don't know if anyone else has made that connection before, maybe not as it is an obscure reference, but it does share a lot of the same themes. In that one, Scooby abandons the gang and is shown the future where Time Slime has taken over the world, where Daphne is working for him and Shaggy has gone insane at the loss of his pal. I'm certainly not accusing this episode of ripping it off, because this one had a darker tone to it, and I think was a better episode overall, but there are similarities, so it's a connection I wanted to bring up. This episode ultimately stands on its own merit though, as one of the more standout ones of the show.